we are back at our property, as you can see, and we have quite a few projects lined up here, which will require a lot of ground leveling. So that is our objective for the week. And as I always seem to say here, wish us luck. We are pretty new at this level, so we're up for the adventure and the challenge, and we're glad that you are here joining us. So let's get to it. We were hoping to secure a larger piece of equipment to help us move all of the earth that we have in front of us, but the only thing available to us was this skid steer. And honestly, anything is better than doing this 100% by hand. We were going back and forth on whether to get a skid steer that had a bucket with teeth or without teeth. And ultimately, we're really glad that we got one with teeth because it helped to loosen up a lot of those lava rocks that are embedded deep within the dirt. We knew we had a lot of earth to move, and we're not quite sure how long it would take us with this skid steer. But we are so happy that we were able to secure this piece of machinery, because having to do this completely manually would have literally taken forever. The skid steer, however, did have some glitches and had a couple hiccups where it was not able to dislodge a lot of these deeply embedded rocks. So a lot of the work had to be done manually. While I had the opportunity to get in the skid steer and learn how to operate it from behind the joystick, I was going to say wheel, but there is no wheel, I was quite a bit slower than Ruben is at that process. So we found out the best method was me doing the digging and uprooting of things, and Ruben was happily behind the joystick in the skid steer. We got a lot of rocks today, and this is just one side. Holy moly. Well, the sun's getting lower in the sky, and we're calling it quits. It's been a good, long, hard day, and I'm looking forward to having an ice cold beer. Yay. Well, cracking open that beer didn't happen as quickly as I had hoped. Apparently, Ruben did not get enough of excavating that day and decided that it would be a great idea to go ahead and level out the ground where we would be pitching our tent. Which, of course, meant more boulder moving for me. While he finished setting up the tent, I figured it would be a good idea to go ahead and get the fire started. That way we could heat up the soup I meal prepped a few days prior. And now we have home. Sweet and simple, just like we like it. After a nice warm meal and some quality time by the warm fire, it was now time to get some shut-eye and enjoy some good night's rest in our newly leveled tent abode. Well, we are starting our second full day of leveling off and excavating one specific area. And yesterday was a tough day. Definitely was tough. We were fatigued by the end of the day, but it was one of those days where, you know, you put in a good solid day's work and you feel amazing at the end of the day. Cracking that beer open, nothing was better. We did get a little rain last night, but we were warm and snuggly in the tent. So I think we both got decent sleep and we're ready to tackle this next day. And as you can see, it's not very sunny today. Hopefully because of all of the hard labor that we are doing, physical labor, it stays kind of cloudy because yesterday I felt pretty drained from that sun that was beating down on us. But yeah, excited for this new day. Right now it's probably around 45 degrees, which under normal circumstances back home, that would be a very cold day, but it feels great, honestly. And here we go.
Trying to level this area off so that we can fit our 240-foot high clearance storage facilities. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got a big pile of dirt right here that somehow is gonna end up back into there, filling in all the gaps. It looks kind of level.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Perfect.
This is a lot of fun. This is a whole lot of fun. But it's fun until it ain't, and it's getting close to the ain't. Hopefully sooner than later this gets done. Wish me luck.
You got this, babe. Meanwhile, I'll continue to move rocks to that pile. Right there. Not only are we separating the rocks to achieve a more consistently leveled pad, but we are hoping to create some new project in the future and put these rocks to use. We don't exactly know what that looks like at this point, but we know they will come in handy. After another hard day's work, it was time to eat. Our awesome neighbors up here brought us some freshly harvested morel mushrooms from the local mountains. So I'm gonna wash my hands and then give these a quick rinse in some salt water to remove some of the earth that's still inside them. From what we understand, the way you can tell these are morels and edible is because the non-edible ones will have fibers in the middle and these morels do not. So let's see what we can whip up with our little camping setup here. Okay, so here's our makeshift saltwater rinse going on. As you can see, there's some sediment coming off there, so we don't want to eat that. Of course, it starts raining. Sometimes the best meals are the ones you whip up with just the ingredients you have on hand. In this case, we had pasta shells, spinach, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, olive oil, half and half brie, and beer. And here comes the magic. Mushrooms. All right, we don't have any white wine available, so Ruben, you're getting into your stash here.
Sacrifices must be made.
Sacrifices. Rest will be. Stomp of approval. Yeah. It may not be perfection, but I think we did these morel mushrooms right. Not bad for a campfire type of cooking. Dutch oven at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for following along with today's adventure. It's been a tough couple of days, but we're happy to share this journey with you. If you like this video, please consider liking the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. That way you can get updated on future uploads. We do plan to upload an update. I feel like that was a lot of ups right there. We plan to upload something within the next week to show the progression and hopefully completion of this part of the project. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks again for following along. See you soon.